The recent social security number leak is massive. Billions of records are compromised. This breach impacts a significant portion of the US population. The implications for identity theft are huge. This is not just about stolen numbers, it's about stolen identities, it's about the erosion of trust in institutions, and it's about the urgent need for better data security measures. We need to understand how this happened. We need to know what it means for us as individuals, and we need to demand better from our institutions. This is a wake-up call. We need to take data security seriously. Our personal information, our identities, our very livelihoods depend on it. The details of the leak are still emerging. Early investigations point to a vulnerability in a government database. This vulnerability was exploited by hackers. The hackers gained access to sensitive information. This wasn't a sophisticated attack. It appears to be a case of negligence. Basic security protocols were not followed. This left the door open for criminals. This highlights a systemic problem. Data security is often an afterthought. We see it time and time again. Companies and governments fail to adequately protect our data. This leak is a symptom of a larger problem. We need to rethink our approach to data security. We need to make it a priority. If your social security number was leaked, you are at risk. Identity thieves can use your number to open credit cards. They can also access your bank accounts. You need to take immediate action to protect yourself. Check your credit reports for suspicious activity. Place a fraud alert on your credit file and report any suspected identity theft to the authorities. Don't wait for something to happen. Be proactive. Take steps to protect yourself now. You can mitigate the damage by acting quickly. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about the risks, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself. Identity theft is not a victimless crime. It is a pervasive issue that affects millions of people every year, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. It can have devastating consequences, not just financially, but emotionally and psychologically as well. The stress and anxiety it causes can be overwhelming. Victims of identity theft often face financial ruin. They may find their bank accounts drained, their credit scores plummeting, and their financial stability shattered. They can also spend years trying to clear their names. The process of proving that they are not responsible for fraudulent activities can be long and arduous. The emotional toll of identity theft is significant. Victims often feel violated and helpless, as if their very sense of self has been stolen. It can feel like a violation of one's personal space and security. The frustration and helplessness can be overwhelming. It can be difficult to rebuild trust. Victims may become paranoid, constantly looking over their shoulder and doubting the security of their personal information. And it can take a long time to recover. The process of restoring one's identity and financial health is often slow and painstaking. This leak has the potential to impact millions of Americans. The sheer scale of the problem means that no one is truly safe from the threat of identity theft. We need to be prepared for the fallout. This means having robust systems in place to detect and respond to identity theft quickly and effectively. We need to support the victims. Providing emotional and financial support can help them navigate the difficult journey of recovery. And we need to hold those responsible accountable. Strong legal measures must be in place to deter and punish identity thieves. This is a wake-up call for all of us. We must recognize the seriousness of identity theft and take proactive steps to protect ourselves. We need to take data security seriously. This includes using strong passwords, monitoring our accounts, and being vigilant about suspicious activity. It's not just about protecting our information, it's about protecting ourselves and our loved ones from the far-reaching consequences of identity theft. Section 5, Government Response and Responsibility. The government has a responsibility to protect our data. This leak is a failure of that responsibility. We need to demand answers from our elected officials. What steps are being taken to investigate the leak? How will the government help those affected? And what measures will be put in place to prevent future breaches? These are just some of the questions that need to be answered. The government must be held accountable for this failure. We cannot allow this to happen again. We need to see real change. We need to see a commitment to data security, and we need to see it now. Section 6. corporate accountability, and data security practices. In today's digital age, the importance of safeguarding our personal information cannot be overstated. This leak highlights the importance of corporate accountability. When companies fail to protect our data, the consequences can be severe, affecting not just individuals but entire communities. Companies that collect our data have a responsibility to protect it. This means investing in the latest security technologies and continuously updating their systems to fend off potential threats. They need to implement strong security measures. This includes encryption, multi-factor authentication, and regular security audits to ensure that vulnerabilities are identified and addressed promptly. We need to demand more from the companies we do business with. It's not enough for them to simply promise security. They must demonstrate it through their actions and transparency. We need to ask them about their data security practices. Are they following industry best practices? Are they transparent about their security measures and any breaches that occur? And we need to hold them accountable when they fail to protect our information. This means supporting regulations that enforce strict penalties for data breaches and advocating for our rights as consumers. Data breaches are becoming increasingly common. This is unacceptable. Each breach not only compromises our personal information, but also erodes our trust in the digital economy. We need to send a clear message to corporations. Our data is valuable. It is not just a commodity to be traded, but a part of our identity that deserves the highest level of protection. And it needs to be protected. Companies must prioritize data security as a core aspect of their business operations, not just an afterthought. The time for complacency is over. We must push for stronger data protection laws and support businesses that take our privacy seriously. We need to demand better data security from the companies we trust with our information. By doing so, we can create a safer digital environment for everyone. Section 7. Practical steps for protection. Safeguarding your future. There are steps you can take to protect yourself from identity theft. First, monitor your credit reports regularly. Look for any suspicious activity. Second, consider placing a fraud alert or credit freeze on your credit file. This will make it more difficult for identity thieves to open new accounts in your name. Third, be cautious about the information you share online. Be wary of phishing emails and websites. And use strong passwords for all your online accounts. Finally, stay informed about the latest data security threats. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself. Section 8. The importance of credit monitoring and fraud alerts. Credit monitoring services can help you detect suspicious activity on your credit report. They can alert you to new accounts, inquiries, and other changes. Fraud alerts require creditors to verify your identity before issuing new credit. This can help prevent identity thieves from opening accounts in your name. Consider using both credit monitoring and fraud alerts. They provide an extra layer of protection for your personal information. These services can give you peace of mind. Knowing that your information is being monitored can help you feel more secure in today's digital world. Section 9. Collective action and advocacy for change. This leak is a reminder that we are all connected. When one of us is affected by a data breach, we are all affected. We need to come together and demand better data security. We need to hold our elected officials and corporations accountable. Contact your representatives. Support organizations that advocate for data privacy. Make your voice heard. Our collective action can make a difference. We can create a safer digital world for ourselves and for future generations. This is not just about protecting our data. It's about protecting our rights. It's about protecting our democracy. Section 10. Towards a future of enhanced data security. The recent social security number leak is a wake-up call. It has shown us just how fragile our digital world can be. It's a reminder that our data is vulnerable. Every click, every transaction, every piece of information we share online is at risk, but it's also a call to action. We cannot sit idly by and hope for the best. We must be proactive in our approach to data security. We need to demand better data security from our government and from corporations. They have the resources and the responsibility to protect our information. We need to take steps to protect ourselves. Simple actions like installing antivirus software, using secure password managers, and being cautious about the information we share can make a big difference. And we need to work together to create a safer digital world. Collaboration between individuals, communities, and organizations is key to building robust security systems. The future of data security depends on us. It's not just about technology, it's about awareness, education, and collective effort. Let's rise to the challenge. Let's innovate and implement new security measures that can keep up with the evolving threats. Let's make sure that this never happens again. By staying vigilant and informed, we can prevent future breaches. This is not the end of the story, it's the beginning. A beginning where we take control of our digital lives and ensure our data is safe. It's time for us to take control of our data and our future. Together we can build a secure digital environment for generations to come.